Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. Do apologize, haven't uploaded in the past 2 days, 2 or 3 days. This is going to be the semifinals instead of Cechi versus Foggy. This is going to be Agatha versus Cechi. Semifinals. I do apologize for not casting the Cechi versus Foggy one. The main problem is the first game, 40 minutes. That seems a little discouraging. Second game, I believe it was 20 minutes, so oh yeah, I'm not gonna be spending an hour on an important time like this, so yeah, that's pretty much my reasoning. Hopefully you'll believe it. If not, then oh well. Either way, bottom left we have U2's Agatha, who's going to be spawning as the red human player and is getting himself an archmage. And we have Cechi, the yellow undead player in the top right, who is getting a death knight. Okay, we do have the graveyard being placed down, so we will see those crypt fiends instead of mass ghouls. Nothing really much to talk about. Yep. We do have the first movement of those militia, and it's the rock golem camp. A smart choice to start off with. Who knows what kind of item you could actually pick up from that rock golem, so very anxious to see what Agatha gets. Now the elemental's going to take a lot of damage. Agatha's not going to move it away though, even though it could have been added for DPS. Rune braces are going to be the item. That is rather the lesser item I would have expected, so a little disappointed on that. But you know, there's more camps out there, so who knows what will happen. Acolyte was briefly ensnared, but I believe he will be able to run away. Death Knight would be able to get a death coil off. He's gonna kill one of the peasants, and he might. Oh, very nice block, and he will get a second. Lucky Cechi right there. And Agatha apparently taken down that Acolyte. Oh, very close, but didn't really cut it. We do have one footman chasing down this Acolyte. We're not going to see that Acolyte abuse that gold mine. Instead, he is just going to run away plainly. What I mean by abuse is just run him all over here, and then just click on the gold mine again, and he'll instantly be transferred to this spot. So the footman would be forced to run away, or not run away, but run all the way around, or go after another Acolyte, and then says you can just do it over again.
A player's forces are under attack.
And yeah, this, I'm not sure if this is a good time to actually be creeping, because the arcane tower is still not up yet. The Cechi is going to get another kill possibly. Oh, very close, and close again. So far Agatha is nearly level 3. Level 2 elementals would be a real pain, especially since Cechi's just building up his Grip Fiend numbers. So yeah. Tier 2, nearly halfway done. We don't have an expansion coming in, but we will see those militias from Agatha possibly change that fact. Now Agatha is going to be spending the militia's time trying to engage against Cechi, which is not something you should be doing. And yeah, this is going to be a little hard for Agatha. He might lose a unit unless he, summons another elemental. Okay, here comes Cechi. He's still level 1, that DK. Oh, you could see he really wants that death coil, but Agatha's doing a nice job not going after that Tome of Agility. Will it be picked up by the Death Knight? No, it will not, as he is going to be chased by Agatha. There we go with the corpses, and there we go with that Ogre Magi kill. That is going to give him plenty of experience, but he did leave that item, which was a Ring of Protection plus 3. Not that valuable item. I believe it's about 100 gold. Might be 75, I don't know. Oh, very close on the death coil, but not quite there. Now Agatha might be losing one of those peasants. There we go, one of those peasants. But you know, he still has 5 footmen, which is not 5 peasants, which I guess is a smart idea. Bring in an extra one just in case one dies. Level 2 on that Death Knight, and he does have Unholy Aura. Cechi is at tier 2, and he is going to be placing down that slaughterhouse. But oh, he is out of ziggurats, so he needs to place another down, which is nearly completed, to get for the crypt fiends. Agatha is researching defend now. In my opinion, gargoyles would be really pain to go after, really. I'm surprised that she didn't actually go for that. I mean, he was tier 2 long before Agatha placed down that expansion, so you know, abusing the melee versus air would have been, I guess, nice to see, but we just didn't see that. And now this footman's running for his life. The skeleton is going after it, but he will be taken down. Just little skirmishes here and there, nothing really too major. Agatha doesn't really have that many footmen, which is surprising to me, and Cechi might be able to overpower him later on. I don't know. He is looking rather strong right now, despite his low health on the Death Knight, and of course despite Agatha now setting up his expansion. I think if Cechi gets that expansion down, then he might prove to overcome this. But you know, human player who's pretty much established their expansion is a very hard human player to take down. Okay, we are starting tier 2, or we started it quite some time ago, and we have a goblin shredder out for Agatha. Does he have lumber problems? He sorta does, but I guess his gold to lumber is pretty fair. We do have Cechi getting himself a lich, so hopefully that will try to make things easier. The rune braces have been kept for the Archmage just for the sole purpose of reducing the damage of Frost Nova, so it'll be a little harder to nuke down that Archmage. We do have an obsidian statue out for Cechi, so he will be able to heal up and restore the mana. And you can see right there, Cechi is repositioning his statue just for the sole purpose of healing. Okay, Arcane Vault finally being constructed, and the human army will be able to heal themselves back up, hopefully, before they engage. Now Agatha's doing a nice job placing down even more towers just to defend his expansion. His expansion is pretty much his shield right now. If it's broken, then he is pretty much defenseless against Cechi's onslaught. And what makes your shield better? Well, that's pretty much towers, and that's what Agatha's doing. Unfortunately, he did get 2 of them destroyed, but you know, he does have a couple of towers already built. Now Cechi's obsidian statue is really eye candy for that elemental. Wow, not even gonna change targets, even though his target has been pulled back for a very far distance. We do have Burrow on Cechi's crypt fiends as well. Always a nice ability to actually research. We do have tier 3 coming in for Cechi as well. Do we have any upgrades though? We currently have 1-0 for those crypt fiends. No blacksmith out for Agatha, so we really can't upgrade anything. We do have 3 guard towers for Agatha, but 2 of those towers will be destroyed. I mean 3 already built and 2 upcoming. Does appearance right there, so he will be able to take down that Burrow Crypt Fiend. I'm surprised he was able to target it under those units. We did have a little bit of a Frost Nova over there, so Cechi will be able to take down 2 footmen simultaneously. We have meat wagons apparently. Do we? Yes, we have meat wagons. This is gonna prove a little difficult. Agatha does not have enough mana for a water mental, and he is losing his footman very, very fast. Clarity Potion is gonna be used. Oh, here comes the Mountain King. I was wondering when he would show up. But you know, DK would heal up that Crypt Fiend that was just stunned. Okay, another Mountain King, or another Stormbolt coming on that Crypt Fiend. You can tell it's been a while since I casted, so I'm stumbling here and there and indecisive on my commentating, I guess. Another Stormbolt on the Crypt Fiend. Not sure if it's gonna kill it though. Death Knight does have enough mana for another Death Coil. Agatha slowly gonna, you know, slowly going to lose those peasants that are repairing, but Agatha's doing a nice job trying to target that meat wagon. We do have Spellbreakers coming in from Agatha, which I guess I would have expected that. Mountain King's going to be taken down though at level 1. Not something you would like to do, especially since you're already under pressure. And do we have a second meat wagon coming out? We do not. We have a 3rd statue coming out and destroyer form being researched. This is going to be interesting actually. I mean, Cechi looks like he's on the verge of actually taking down this expansion. But let's see how this will turn out with Agatha having Spellbreakers. Those Crypt Fiends' sole purpose will be to take down those Spellbreakers, as you know, those statues will not be able to do so. Goblin Shredder just coming in to take down that meat wagon that was already dwindled. Now the Shredder is going to run away and go back to harvesting lumber, I guess. Here we go, Town Hall's going to be focused down without the help of a meat wagon. That is going to take a long time, especially with masonry upgrades +1.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, here comes with 2 destroyers right now, and the guard towers are going to be focused down as those 3 destroyers, or at least 2 destroyers, have mana to spare. Ooh, wow, Agatha. Not sure how he did it, but he did force his opponent to burn that TP scroll, and Cechi somehow was able to buy another one instantly, and he has, I guess, somewhat of resources to spend again. Abomination is on the way, and Boots of Quoth Loss will be sold immediately and purchased for a potion of lesser invulnerability. That will possibly be given to the Lich. Maybe. We do have these double arcane sanctums. The magic sentry has been researched, so if any shades have the balls to actually come into this expansion, they will be sniped.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, both goblin merchants, actually, yeah, both goblin merchants will be cleared out by Cechi, and a robe of magi. Definitely do not want to sell that item. And Tome of Experience, wow. Surprisingly enough though, it was given to the Death Knight. I would have expected the Lich to be given it, as the Lich seems a little bit more, how is it, impactful if he's higher level compared to the Death Knight. Or that's just my opinion. Staff of Silence has been picked up on this red Troll Warlord camp, and here we go again from Cechi. He is going to be pushing. Blacksmith placing down rather forwardly. This tower is going to be taken down. Blacksmith might be cancelled, and Agatha might be coming in from behind. No, he is not. He's just going to be continuing on creeping. He does have a Staff of Silence, and of course a TP scroll, Cloak of Shadows, and Wand of Mana Stealing. Meanwhile, Cechi is, I guess, doing a nice job forcing Agatha to focus his resources on repairing. And of course the Lich is a very powerful hero to counter those repairing peasants. Just a little bit of a Frost Nova and they are a little discouraged or just really weakened. Unfortunately none of these destroyers have any mana to spare, so they really can't do extra damage. This Ogre Magi camp is going to be cleared out.
A player's forces are
Is it really smart to not defend your base and continue creeping? I guess it's a little bit of a mixed decision really, or mixed opinion. For one, there's not really an opportunity to creep so freely because you know your opponent's spending his time, destroying this expansion, and when it's near destruction, it can easily be TP'd into. So yeah, I guess that's the mindset for Agatha, or maybe he's just gonna go and counter against Cechi. I mean, who knows? Who knows how fortified he is, seeing as Agatha really hasn't visited it for a long time. Either way, even though there's no repairing peasants, Agatha is possibly going to lose that expansion. Regrettably. I was expecting a TP if it was endangered, but apparently not. Even still, Agatha does have around 800 to 900 resources on both gold to lumber. We are at Castle Tech and we are having a paladin, and we do have the workshops being placed down. Blacksmith already here for Agatha as well. We are probably going to see, or at least my guess, siege engines. But in response to those destroyers, maybe flying machines. There we go with the double workshops. We do have Agatha, or at least just scouting out the base. Sacrificial pit. Don't have anything else though. Okay. Meanwhile, Cechi is cleaning up those towers. We do have a TP coming in, level 5 DK and a level 4 Lich. We do have 2 abominations, so that's gonna be big trouble. And we do have Disease Cloud being utilized. So Disease Cloud, I believe it's 1 hit point. Actually, how much is it? It's just basic damage over time. I believe it wears off later on, but the Disease Cloud animation kind of sticks forever and can't be cleansed, which is a real pain in the ass. A lot of items have been sold for the MK. And we do have double scrolls of healing as well as the potion of lesser invulnerability. Now another expansion has been placed down for Agatha over here. However, it is going to be spotted from Cechi, and yeah, that's not something you would like to see after the big effort on taking down the previous one. Rather worthless item on this raid creep camp. A ring of protection +4, not something that you would like to see from a raid creep camp, but I guess it's good gold, I guess. Okay, Cechi is going to be taking a lot of fire from Agatha right now, and here is the Paladin. Paladin's going to heal up those injured units for a rather cheap mana cost. Does Cechi have a TP scroll? Yes, he does, and he looks like he's just going to go after that expansion before TPing back in. We do have 2 destroyers out for Cechi, and those elementals will be purposed to take down those destroyers. And of course, Holy Light will be able to be used against those destroyers as they're no longer mechanical. And here we go with these acolytes coming in to repair this Nerubian tower. We do have 3 spirit towers as well, and the TP coming in. Oh, Agatha will do a nice job TPing right out, and the MK was able to get a ghoul kill as well. We do have triple siege engines moving on out to Cechi's main base, and like I said, or at least I didn't really say anything. I was expecting siege engines or flying machines. So yeah, I had a 2 out of 3 chance of getting it right. If he went mortar teams, then I would have been absolutely ashamed, but it wasn't, and it wasn't. So right now, Cechi, how much damage do you actually do against this expansion? Doesn't look like, or at least, I don't know. Can't really tell, especially since Agatha most likely repaired this town hall. But here we go once again, and here we go with Agatha moving out with multiple siege engines,
A town is under
1-0 upgrades,
A player's forces
another
are under
town hall's being placed down, and we will probably see Cechi coming in if he, you know, wants to. And here comes Agatha's main force as well. TP coming in from Cechi. One of the acolytes will be taken down, giving level 4 to that Mountain King. And Agatha is going to be focusing balls to the walls on those siege engines. One is going to be taken down, another one is going to be following, and the other one will eventually follow as well. However, Cechi has taken major damage on that Black Citadel, and he is forced to, you know, move those acolytes away. You can see right now, gold mine for the main base, still 750 gold. Meanwhile, Agatha has lost his main base expansion, so that can show you how much Agatha has pressured Cechi's economy throughout the game. Now, interesting enough, he did retreat these siege engines away, which I was expecting him not to. They would have taken the damage anyway if they just went ahead and, you know, pressured some more. Yep. This expansion is not looking too good right now. Meanwhile, this one looks like it's gonna get back on track. Goblin Shredder was able to defend this expansion from that ghoul. And what is Agatha doing with this main army? Currently 4-4-1, and Cechi is 5-5 none. So, yep. Rather excessive usage of mana right there, taking down that elemental. But I'm pretty sure he's just taking as much as he can right now. Slaughterhouse has been cancelled, so that will be preventing further statues and meat wagons coming in. Cechi once again going to be coming in with a TP, and a TP coming in from Agatha as well. We might see a Stormbolt and Holy Light coming in. Will we? No, we won't. We will see the Paladin being taken down. Wow, rather unfortunate. Shade was taken down by those Magic Sentry towers. Not much of a loss on that Paladin's, really, in my opinion. I mean, it's so far into the game. Level 1 heroes are pretty much like building units, so yeah. Here we go. What is the army supply? It's 57 versus 50 right now, so Cechi does have a minor advantage in terms of army supply. But to be honest, I think Cechi is finding himself rather troubled right now, as he does not have an expansion to continue on clearing out gold mines, and he hasn't really cleared out gold mines, so he can't move acolytes. Shade is possibly going to hire up a Dark Ranger, maybe? Who knows? So yeah, either way, Agatha, I believe he looks rather good, as he is considering the future game, as he does have about 2 expansions out. GG from Cechi, no 1 expansion I meant, and that is going to be game. Sorry, I do apologize for the rather lack of quality in the commentary this time. Not even I was impressed, so yep, do apologize. Game 2 will be out very soon. I'll see you guys then.